Welcome to Affiliate Millionaire. It's fantastic to have you here. To get started right away, we're going to delve right into Module 1, which is looking at a different market to build your listing. Now, this is very important because if you enter the wrong type of market and you try to build a list in it and then you try to market to it, but you haven't validated that this is a market that will spend money, then you're really just wasting your efforts. So it's very, very important that you watch this presentation first and don't jump ahead to the others, okay? Now, I've broken down, over the years, I've done a lot of email marketing. I've entered a lot of markets and I've tested out a lot of things. And from my sort of understanding, I reckon there's two types of market out there, and we call these the passion and solution market. Now, I'm not going to get onto that. I'm not going to go into that right now, sorry, because I prepared a presentation for you that will walk you through it. Okay? So, with that said, let's just get started right away. Get stuck right into the presentation, and make sure you have your homework books as well with you, and begin to take notes. Welcome to Module 1, and we're going to go through what markets you want to build your list in. Now, remember, we only want to enter markets that love to spend money, okay? As I've just explained in the introduction video, you can go into markets that you think like to spend money, but unless you go through this process, you can't be sure. Now, inside this module, I'm going to show you the approach and step-by-step method I have used over the past 10 years for identifying these markets. And as I said, I can really break these down into two main categories for you. After that, what I'm going to do then is I'll show you these two types of markets, and then I will show you how to actually validate these chosen markets. Do they actually spend money? So, if that sounds good with you, let's roll. See, I believe there are two main categories of markets to target. And we're going to classify these two markets as the following. We have the passion market, and this is where something, where people will buy items or information to add enjoyment to their lives, or simply to try and get one up or outperform their peers. Now, I'm going to go into great detail and explain that to you. You'll find it very, very interesting indeed, and it will probably be a real eye-opener for you. The second market is the solution market, and you can divide this into many categories, but the main reason in a solution market is to ease pain. And again, I'll take you into great detail and break it down to exactly what I mean. Now, the passion market is the one where people, as I said, want to spend money in to basically enrich their lives, gain personal satisfaction, and or outperform their peers. And let me explain this. I also want you to have your homework assignment ready here to fill in the blanks in the spaces. And the reason why I've done it this way and created this tutorial in this kind of style of teaching is to really, this exercise in particular, it's to really get you thinking like the person you're going to be marketing your affiliate product to. This will totally change the way you perceive marketing. You see, not many people have taught you how to do this, and once you learn to, understand how to think like the person that you're going to actually promote your offers to, you'll find it a lot easier to sell to people and ultimately make more money. So, I want you to write down what your passion market is about, and I'll just supply a few ideas and examples for you to go on. Could be a sports market. Is there any subscribers or customers listening now that maybe play golf, tennis, squash, basketball, into weightlifting, training? That's just one example of a market. Another market is the computer games market. Do you play a lot of Xbox or PlayStation? What guides do you wish you could find online to make your life easier? Is there secret guides? What's something that you're really passionate about, and what would you want to do in that market? Another huge passion market is the music industry, from anything from playing guitar and piano, or a couple of the main ones, but obviously there is unlimited musical instruments, and the more niche a musical instrument is, then obviously the more unique the market is. So let's just write down now what your passion market is about. Okay, now for this example, I'm going to use I'm going to say, let's imagine that your passion market was about golf, and the reason I've chosen this is for a few reasons. One, I like golf myself. I don't get time to play it a lot because I'm usually doing quite a lot of other things. But two is, I have actually operated in this market before, and I do understand that it is a very passionate market. And I've done a lot of research and I've validated a lot of results that I'm about to share with you. So that's why I've chosen this. Now, let's get into the real deep psychological triggers about this. If you're a golfer, okay, what is it that you really want to improve about your golf game? Okay, so if I asked you, what would you like to improve about it? And people would say, well, I'd like to learn how to, drive more accurately, or I would like to hit longer, or I'd like to, improve my putting and stuff like that. Well, this is actually sort of a pile of rubbish. And this is where the interesting deep psychological triggers come in. And this is where I'm saying stop, and I really want you to be totally honest with yourself here. You see, the reason is you want to hit these longer drives, or you want to be better at golf, and a lot of this comes down to beating your peers. So I've put in here, I wish I could hit a longer drive and beat Victor, who's going to be the character I'll explain in the next slide, every Saturday. That would sure wipe the smile off his face, and I'd come home and I'd tell my wife all about it. Not that she'd really care, but I feel good about it. Now the point I'm trying to drive home here is that you want to improve your swing at golf, you want to get better, but because the real deep-seated reason is, one of the reasons is you want to be better than your competitors. You want to feel good. You want to come into the clubhouse at the end of the round and you want to tell people like, I played a pretty good game today. It's deeply built inside, human nature to be sort of competitive like this. And a lot of passion markets, if you applied to any other ones like tennis and, other markets, squash or weight training, or, it's like lifting weights. Why do you want to do weights? Well, I want to be stronger and I want to look good. But why do you ultimately want to look good? What is the purpose of your result? What is the purpose of it? And it's, well, I want to, I want to look more attractive to other people, or, I want to, I want to be able to, go on more dates, or I just, want my, husband, wife to, say like, oh, you're looking good. You've got to go right into the deep-seated reasons, and once you start being more honest with yourself, then you're going to find it a lot easier to connect with your market. So as we said, it's an example of wanting to outperform your peers, and it's an incredibly powerful motivator. Do not take it lightly. Now, let's actually turn this into some real life email marketing here. Now we're going to go into this really heavily in module 3, but I just want to touch on it now to really sort of explain and drive the point home. So you're on a golf newsletter, okay? One of the main reasons you signed up was how to improve your swing. Okay, now as we said, that's the reason you thought you signed up for, but the deep-seated reason is because you want to be better than everybody else and do good in the golf course. So what would convince you more to buy a product, okay? Somebody just writing, hey, I recommend you buy this course about improving your golf swing because it's good, it's great value, and it works really good, and here's the link. Okay, so you could have someone who writes an email like that, or let's just try a slightly different approach, okay? If you can use a story type line and hit the exact reasons why they do want to improve their golf, which is to, outdo their peers, or there's one guy at the golf club or the golf club who's really good and you want to beat him, well, let's show how you can use an email and a story type line hitting this exact reason. So here's the quick example that I've drawn up here. And as I said, I'm not going to run into this too much. Module 3 really gets in depth in email marketing and the triggers. I don't want to stray too far from this module, which is obviously about picking markets to build your list in and to enter.